Armando Baker here.
It's Luke May.
This is Tyler Hansbrough.
University of North Carolina.
Here's North Carolina.
I just want to shout out my boy JBear_YT.
JBear_YT.
It's Carolina family, baby.
Go Heels.
Go Heels.
What is up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing our 2022 NFL playoff predictions. We're not too far away from the playoff starting just this upcoming weekend. Week 18 of the NFL just ended. So, and this is the official playoff bracket. What a game yesterday between the Raiders and Chargers, by the way. That was incredible. Anyways, let's get right into these predictions. We have the AFC on the left and the NFC on the right. We're going to start with the AFC here. And I'm actually going to start at the bottom with the Bengals versus Raiders game. Now, don't get me wrong, the fight and the will to win that Derek Carr and this Raiders team has had this year has honestly been quite incredible. But I think they don't have a great matchup in my opinion. I think the Bengals and Joe Burrow are coming in really, really hot, and I think it's going to be tough for the Raiders to end up winning that game personally. So I am actually going to have the Bengals coming out on top over the Raiders, although I could easily see it being switched and the Raiders coming out with a victory there. Right, I'm going to go with the red-hot Bengals team that this is right here. Moving on to the next round. So they'll move up to play Tennessee in the second round. Next game we're going to talk about is New England Buffalo, which in my opinion might be the best game of the first round, especially in the AFC for sure. You could argue that maybe the Cardinals and Rams in the NFC would be a great game as well. But yeah, Patriots and Bills, this is going to be a great matchup right here. Now, in a way, I see the Patriots winning this game. I think that Bills' overall talent is better on the roster, and I think that it's pretty clear that Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Mac Jones, and he's pretty inexperienced. His first playoff game will be this week, and he's been on and off lately. He really, quite honestly, gets carried by the rest of his team, but that doesn't matter because they have Bill Belichick, one of, if not the top coaches in the NFL. But I don't know. Something is telling me to go with Buffalo, so I did go with Buffalo here. Not very confident in that pick whatsoever. That might be my least confident pick of this whole bunch. But I will go the Bills. That's going to be a great, great game there. And the final matchup, Steelers-Chiefs. This is actually my most confident game. I'm going with the Chiefs to pull out the W here. The overall talent on the roster is just too good. Yes, TJ Watt could wreak some havoc on Patrick Mahomes, but honestly, I don't think that will be enough. Big Ben's final game, I do believe, happens here against Kansas City. So that is going to be the first round for the AFC. Now let's go to the second round of the AFC, starting with the Titans versus the Bengals. I'm going to go with another upset here, kind of. I'm going with the Bengals over the Titans. Yes, the Titans may have Derrick Henry in that game, but he's been out for a while. Don't know how that's going to affect him. And like I said, red-hot Bengals are playing really good football right now. So I'm going to go with them to get the victory there and move on to the AFC Championship game. Bills, Chiefs, this is also going to be a fantastic matchup, a rematch of last year's. What was it? Was that the AFC Championship? I believe it was. Could be, yeah. Rematch of last year's AFC Championship. Unfortunately, I do see this being a repeat. Kansas City's defense has just been so much better and so much more improved. And obviously, we know what Kansas City's offense is capable of. I don't think the Bills have enough this year. So I will go with the Chiefs, although I'd love to see the Bills pull off an upset there. And in the AFC Championship, we have Bengals, we have Chiefs. And unfortunately for the Bengals, I do see their kind of Cinderella-esque run, I guess you could say, end in this game. And I see the Kansas City Chiefs moving on to the Super Bowl yet again. So that's the AFC bracket. That's my predictions. I don't know. I kind of feel less confident in this year's predictions than I usually do. The only pick I'm kind of sure about is Steelers-Chiefs. But anyways, on to the NFC. we got Green Bay at the 1 seed. The first game we're going to talk about, excuse me, is going to be the Cardinals and the Rams. Interesting matchup here, interdivision matchup, and I don't know. Cardinals just haven't done it for me the last couple of weeks. Kyler Murray hasn't been his best lately, and I think Matthew Stafford and that loaded offense of the Rams and good, fairly good defense as well will be able to pull out this win there. So they'll move on to the next round to play the Green Bay Packers. Next game we're going to talk about is San Francisco versus Dallas. And goodness, I could easily see Dallas just absolutely blowing it and losing to San Francisco. But this Dallas offense is just elite, a really, really good offense. I don't think San Francisco will be able to keep up offensively, so I think Dallas will get the W there and move on. And then Tampa Bay versus the Philadelphia Eagles. What a season for Nick Sirianni and the Eagles. Shout out to them. But unfortunately, they're going up against maybe the best team in the NFL as far as like overall talent goes in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. So this just doesn't seem like a game that Tom Brady's going to lose ever, honestly. So I'll go Tampa Bay there pretty easily. In the second round, we have Green Bay and we have the Los Angeles Rams. This could be an interesting one. I like this matchup, but Aaron Rodgers, it wasn't clean. It wasn't very pretty for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers against the Lions the other day, but again, that was week 18. Kind of throw that out the window, but you know. So, but I like this Rams offense a lot. I really do. But I think Green Bay is more well-rounded and around the probably MVP and Aaron Rodgers this year. I'll go with them moving on to their fourth straight NFC Championship or whatever it is. Dallas and Tampa Bay. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay here. I just don't see this Dallas team, as good as their offense is, beating Tom Brady. I mean, that's really as simple as it is. We could just chalk this whole thing up to just Tom Brady exists, so he gets to move on. But anyways, in the NFC Championship, another rematch here. We have Green Bay versus Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship rematch from last year as well. And honestly, I kind of feel like this has similar results written all over it. I mean, the Green Bay Packers just recently haven't had great success in the NFC Championship, and of course, Tom Brady. So I will have them moving on as well, making for yet another rematch, a Super Bowl rematch here. We have the Chiefs, we have the Buccaneers. It should be a great game. Kansas City's offensive line should not look as atrocious as it did last year, giving the Chiefs more of a chance than they would have without it. But Tampa Bay, I think, is just too good, and Tom Brady exists. So there it is. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers moving on and winning the Super Bowl, making, what would that be, Tom Brady's 8th? I think that would be his 8th. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about my NFL playoff predictions. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Where am I right? Where am I wrong? Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.